Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here for our Thursday, May 14th morning stream show. I'm Casey Mason. Mitch Carter is out on assignment right now. Here in a couple of minutes, so stand by. We do have meteorologist Arden Gregory joining us today to kind of break down what it's going to be like outdoors. Spoiler alert, it is going to be an overall pleasant day out there. A little bit cooler this morning, but overall going to warm up and just be beautiful out there. Definitely encouraging you to get outdoors and take advantage of that while you can. But as I said, she'll be here in just a couple minutes to break down all the details and everything you need to know as we round out our work week. For now, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through some of our top headlines from this morning's news. We're going to get right to it here. Taking a look now at voting. Of course, this morning happening today and all day in Kentucky, in-person, no excuse absentee voting is getting underway. Now, this is happening today and it's going to last through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. Now, in the tri-state, there are several places that you can go to vote early. In Davis County, you can go to the Owensboro Sports Center. Meanwhile, voters in Henderson can go over to the Archery Center. Now, if you want to know who is on your ballot, we actually do have a breakdown of the contested races right now on 14news.com. You can just go to our news tab, and that's where you can then click elections. And want to note here that the Kentucky primary election is set for next Tuesday, May 19th. All right, to our next headline here today, we're talking about CenterPoint. If you've ever had a question about your CenterPoint energy bill and you didn't want to be put on hold, well, the company now has a new option for you here. We know that they've launched their Customer Connect pilot. So every Wednesday from 8:30 to 4:30, you can actually walk into the CenterPoint Energy Plaza located there in downtown Evansville. You can sit down with a representative, no appointment needed. The Customer Connect pilot is all part of CenterPoint's broader Community Connect program, which actually launched last year. They told us this has grown to more than 30 outreach events planned across the region just this year.
And have heard from our customers and other stakeholders that they want to be able to step in, walk into one of our facilities, have a conversation, and then have the ability or the option to pay their bill.
All right, so customer service representatives will be able to help customers pay in person, answer any billing related questions, set up flexible payment options, and also just provide additional resources to save energy and, of course, help you manage those bills. All right, next up here, we're going to talk about across the river in Kentucky, where city leaders in Henderson are looking to make roads a little safer for you out there. On Wednesday, commissioners met to address concerns at some of Henderson's most dangerous intersections. In fact, the city worked with the University of Kentucky Transportation Center to help come up with a plan. They're going to determine the most dangerous areas of town and how they can make them safer for drivers. City officials actually say the plan shows that the intersection most prone to accidents is located there at Highway 41 and Watson Lane, as you're seeing in some of our video here. We did talk to Mayor Brad Staten, who says they hope to make adjustments there within the coming years.
This time next year, you are likely to see some major construction going on at this specific intersection to widen it, to add more lanes, to fix the traffic flow, to make it a safer place for everybody, because it is indeed one of our highest incident areas.
So city leaders say there are 20 intersections that they hope to improve and hope to make that happen with a $10 million grant. And our final story here today before we get you over to Arden, some cool news here we want to share with you. Plans have been announced to bring a Raising Cane's right here to Evansville. The project was actually filed on Wednesday, and according to those documents, the Raising Cane's would open at 7221 East Indiana Street. That's actually where Roppongi Japanese Steak and Sushi is currently located. Now, right now, it's not known if Roppongi there on the east side will permanently close or if they're just planning to move locations. It's also not known exactly when Cane's would open up, but of course, we're going to follow this story here and keep you guys up to date on the latest with that. All right, that's it for our news headlines. We wanted to recap for you here as you get up and get your day going. Stand by. We've got meteorologist Arden Gregory coming up next with a look at your day. Thank you guys for joining us.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Good morning. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory. This is a live look at the Evansville riverfront where we have clear blue skies overhead right now. It is a really gorgeous day across the tri-state. It's going to be sunny and pleasant all day today. Get out and just soak it up because we have some changes on the way. A warm front swings through the tri-state tomorrow. That brings us some changes. First of all, there is a chance of rain Friday and Saturday, although neither day will be a washout, but the warm front kicking off those rain chances also kicks off a big warm up, and we could be looking at our warmest temperatures so far this year as we get toward the end of the weekend. Sunday and Monday we've got a shot at some 90s. Then we've got more rain that does cool us back down as we get into next week, but no rain to speak of today. Satellite and radar both clear. There's not even a cloud in the sky right now, so obviously no rain to worry about either. And we're going to keep the clear skies going through the rest of the day today. Overnight, we'll see just a few clouds, but still mostly clear. Then tomorrow, we do have this chance of rain. Again, not a washout. Many of us may end up staying dry all day, but from about mid-morning up through the lunch hour on Friday, there's this chance of scattered showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. Then as we head into the afternoon, that rain for the most part tapers off, and most of us will probably stay dry then for the rest of Friday evening, although a stray shower can't be totally ruled out. Our rain chances start to pick back up late Friday night. Notice around 2-3 a.m. this rain starts to develop off to the west and then kind of spreads across the tri-state as we get into early Saturday morning, but this is trending very early. I don't think it's going to impact a lot of plans. A good chunk of the day on Saturday will be partly to mostly cloudy, but probably dry. We have that chance of rain early Saturday morning. Then the models are hinting at another more isolated chance of some rain and thunderstorms then Saturday evening before we dry things out Saturday night. As for our chance of any thunderstorms, Friday, the tri-state is right on the cusp of this level 1 risk. So an isolated, stronger storm with maybe some gusty winds or some small hail can't be totally ruled out, but really our chances of severe weather are very low. I think if there's going to be any severe weather on Friday, it'll be off to our west-northwest. Similarly, on Saturday, we've got this chance of severe weather off to our northwest then as well, and then it kind of curves along just to the north of the tri-state. So we are outlooked for just general run-of-the-mill thunderstorms. So we could maybe get a pocket of heavy rain or a few rumbles of thunder on Saturday, but our chance of any kind of severe weather is very low. In both days, I think this is mainly just going to be some rain, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. But again, at worst, we could maybe get some gusty winds or maybe some small hail. Started out very cool this morning. Many of us dipped down into the 40s. Even the warmest spots were in the low 50s this morning. But now that the sun is overhead, our temperatures are starting to climb. We're breaking into the mid to upper 50s now. We do have a cool breeze coming in from the northeast, so that is going to kind of limit our temperatures today. We've got lots of sunshine all day long. That is helping to warm us up, but because of that cool breeze, we're only going to make it into the low 70s this afternoon. Still, that's very comfortable. Sunny, cool, low humidity, almost crisp out there at times today. Just a really gorgeous Thursday. Overnight tonight, mostly clear. Temperatures drop back into the upper 40s to right around 50. And then tomorrow, we do have that warm front moving through. So it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy. There is that chance of just a few showers and storms right through the middle of the day. But despite all of that, it's actually going to be warmer than today when we've got all this sunshine. Our temperatures are going to climb into the upper 70s to near 80 tomorrow afternoon. And that is just kind of the start of this warm up. We then climb into the mid 80s Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday, we may only make it into the upper 80s, but we're certainly going to give it a shot to possibly see our first 90s of the year, both Sunday and Monday, kind of hot and humid out there. But then notice we start to cool back down as we have more rain in the forecast. So this kind of starts and ends with rain, this warm up does. So we've got high pressure over the tri-state today. That's what's bringing us this clear, calm weather, just really gorgeous. As that high starts to move out, though, this warm front swings in tomorrow. As that warm front is swinging through the tri-state, that's where we see that chance of a few scattered showers and storms. But that warm front also brings us this surge of warmer, more humid air from the south. And that's what really kicks off that warm up as we get into the weekend. Saturday, the cold front's going to stay off to our north, but still out ahead of it. It could kick up a few scattered showers and storms here on Saturday. But again, not a washout. A good chunk of the day is probably going to be dry. And because that cold front just kind of skirts to our north, we maintain this warm air flowing in from the south. So Sunday looks like it's probably going to be dry and mostly sunny, but it is going to be kind of hot and humid with this warm, muggy air from the south flowing up into the tri-state. Then the next cold front moves in, and this one is going to be kind of slow moving. It just very gradually works its way across the plains and toward the tri-state. Out ahead of it, we could see a few showers late in the day Monday. I think Monday will probably start out mostly sunny. It's going to be another hot one with highs near 90, but then later into Monday afternoon and evening, we start to see this rain pushing in. And then as this cold front slowly works its way in from the west, we've got kind of hit or miss rain possible on and off from Monday evening through Tuesday and into Wednesday as well. Then that cold front will finally move through. With the rain and the cold front and all that, we do cool things back down some then. So we kind of ramp up and then ramp back down when you're looking at our temperatures over the next 7 days. Very pleasant out there today. Like I said, low humidity, highs in the low 80s, or low 70s, I should say, really comfortable. Highs up close to 80 tomorrow, mid 80s Saturday. Then the heat really hits its stride Sunday and Monday. That's when we are talking upper 80s, maybe even low 90s. And then as that cold front starts to approach and the clouds and the rain start to move in, our temperatures will start to drop back and we'll be topping out in the upper 70s to low 80s by middle of next week. Checking in on the comments. Good morning, Suzanne and Laura. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Casey is asking about schools. We are in the final days of the school year here. To my knowledge, everyone's still in session this week, but I know a lot of you are in your final days here. Some folks, tomorrow is your last day, others have Monday as your last day, and some go all the way through the end of next week. So there are a lot of things happening, some graduations and, end of the year field days and activities and things like that. So there's a lot going on as we're in the final few days of the school year here. So hopefully that rain shouldn't impact many graduations. I know that we do have some Friday evening and then again on Saturday, but I think the rain's going to be spotty enough that we'll probably get through those just fine. And speaking of the end of the school year, Friday after 5 kicks off tomorrow evening in Owensboro, I believe. So we've got a lot going on, but hopefully the rain will be timed just right where it shouldn't really bog down any of those plans. All right, if there are no questions about the forecast, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I'll have another look at your forecast on 14 News at 11 and 14 First Alert at noon, where we cover lots of different weather topics and weather stories from all across the country. So tune in and join us for that at noon. Everybody have a great rest of this beautiful Thursday.